And hello everyone. Happy Wednesday to you. I hope you enjoyed the walking tour of Newport Beach a few minutes ago. Now we're going to move over to a couple of stories, and I thought what a better view than to have the sun almost literally setting behind me, and the beach, sand, and well, it's pretty noisy overhead. There's a lot of military helicopters flying overhead. There's aircraft. And occasionally we can hear the seagulls, which is really nice. I'm going to be talking to you about a couple of stories that are in the news. One being here in my area, and that would be Governor Gavin Newsom. I keep looking at the story, and every time I'm checking out the story here, I'm looking at my iPad. I just keep finding out even more. California is, as far as LA County and Orange County, we're getting ready to be on a COVID virus curfew lockdown coming this Friday. They keep warning us and giving us alerts. And I had an alert on my phone this morning that we would be into this curfew in 72 hours starting at 10 p.m. And I'm looking at the story where our governor, he attended a swanky party of reports are coming in of more than 12 people. And this was like a week ago, and he was at this, his guests didn't have masks on, and like $400 plates. Just basically, there's pictures that are surfacing with him sitting there, shoulder to shoulder, and just pretty much with a with friends, some of his friends. So basically, he's gathering with all these people, and he's telling us that we can't do it. We are getting these strict orders. Some states, like Chicago mayor, even canceling Thanksgiving. And for our ability to meet with Thanksgiving, we can't have like more than, I think, 2 households and all these ridiculous rules. And you're supposed to eat outside. Yet he is shown here at this dinner, which I know you can see this, and they're all inside. The governor lied, and he said that he was outside. But pictures surface, as you just saw, that he is indeed inside. And he actually, I just see this story is reporting that the plates were like $800 a person, and it was a tasting menu. And basically, this is being leaked from Fox LA, so you can see the story there. He's just such a hypocrite. But to make things okay in his eye, he actually apologized, and he said, "Don't do as I preach. Don't do as I do." He basically just got completely busted, just like Nancy Pelosi when she had her hair done, without the mask on, and everybody made a really big deal of that, especially with the some of the salon people, being fined and hitting the news for having their businesses open. But it's really a problem, because I don't know why they're doing this. They're saying that we're having all these COVID cases that have been diagnosed, and they said about 1 million here in, I want to say if it was Orange County or the whole state of California. But I'll drive by, on the way to places and the way home, and there are tents everywhere to take a test. Not homeless, but to take a COVID test. So let's say you go take a test, and we saw Elon Musk come out, and he talked about how he had 4 tests and 2 were positive, 2 were negative. So these are faulty tests. And, then you go on and you say, okay, you have a case. Let's say you have a case, and many people don't have symptoms, and there's nothing they can do for you. There's absolutely nothing. It's just like, in my opinion, it's like getting a bad cold, or maybe you come down with some virus or a flu, and that's it. It's like they're making the biggest deal out of this. So they're shutting down California again. I have seen, even before COVID, all these businesses going out of business, and they will never come back. They have completely dished all the other conditions for people that are dying of suicide and just having loneliness and depression, because that's what this is going to become. It's like, if you're single, can you imagine just having no job and you can't go around anybody you're not supposed to? But I'm hoping that people will revolt against this order. And then aside from California, we have all the election recount. Some people reporting that President won with over 400 electoral votes, and all of these states that are the swing states having the ability, I just lost all my articles, having the whole vote switched over. And I want to tell you, let me find the article again. My husband and I, we used one of those machines, Dominion. We didn't realize it, but we put our ballot, after we checked it off, we actually unknowingly put our ballot through one of those Dominion machines that were part of that system that could have very well switched my vote over. And I still have to I still have to check that out, so I really do need to look into that. But I'm on gatewaypundit.com, and this is a great source for your news. You can go there and you can find out a lot of great information. Sydney Powell, I know she's a brand new attorney that has just been added with Trump's legal team, and she says release the Kraken. And I was looking into that last night. That's just like a mother lode of information that will expose this voter fraud that is coming out. And so they're going to be taking this, I feel, to the Supreme Court, and this is not over. But yet every single day we see President-elect coming up on our TV screens, like Joe Biden is the president, and they're also he's having all these leaders call him from other nations, trying to congratulate him so early on in this. It's just wrong that the media has announced him president. I'm just kind of seeing if there's anything else that's broken in the news. Mara saying, I saw where some are paying individual gift cards to take the COVID test. It's free here. You don't have to pay nothing here. So, hey Wendy, hey Sienna, and Mare, and Tammy, thank you for coming on right now. I hope the reception is okay. I know it's a little windy out here, but really I just need to come out and clear my head, because it's kind of a stressful, it's more than a stressful time for us. And I also looked into this. A lot of other states that are doing this lockdown, they are Republican. It's not necessarily just Democratic states that are governors that are doing this COVID lockdown. I am seeing most everybody has to wear a face mask, and so many places are going with this lockdown, not just here in California. So I was just curious to know if you guys are having this lockdown as well. Now, the attorney, Sydney Powell, is saying, I think we'll find that President Trump had at least 80 million votes. Wow, 80. So they reported that President had 71 million votes. So she's saying that there's going to be at least 9 million more that are going to surface when they get down to the bottom of this election fraud. So that article coming out today, November the 18th. Let's see what else. It's a little windy here. I just see all these swing states just coming up with all kinds of new information. To me it's the same information, but I think the biggest focus is that Sydney Powell and how she's busted this ability for them to go in and flip the vote with these Dominion machines. And they went on to say that that's how Venezuela originally was overtaken by socialism, and that's how their original leader was elected. And I think it was Maduro was his name. I'm trying to find his name. Chavez. It was Chavez at first, and then Maduro took over. And I remember seeing, reading into this where he had, someone was ahead, and then he ended up coming back in and winning through the middle of the night, kind of like with Biden. And Shabazz had 6 million votes just all of a sudden come up, and it flipped the whole election. And that's how back in 1999 he actually won. And then it went on to say that people even tried to recall him, but they could never do it. So I think this Dominion voting system originated there in Venezuela, and they brought it here. And they were even saying that this I'm trying to see, I think they said Delaware, yeah, Smartmatic electric voting systems were founded by 3 Venezuelan engineers and incorporated in Delaware. And as I mentioned earlier, my husband and I put our final vote through one of these Dominion machines. The Smartmatic basically had this ability to go for people to go online and flip the votes over. And so that is what happened there in Venezuela. It goes into detail in this article that I will definitely link up in my description. So we are now, thank God, I feel the Lord is really answering our prayers, because this was able to be brought out. And we're seeing who's in on this. President Trump has said since he took office that the media is so corrupt, and we've been draining the swamp. Now we're seeing even Fox being on board, and just all the exposure with all the people that are just so against our president, especially right now with Joe Biden all of a sudden being called the president-elect. So God bless y'all. I look forward to coming back with more, and I just hope you enjoy this beautiful view behind me. I'm enjoying it right now. And so with that, I'll see you later. And like I said, God bless and take care.